Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about UFOs. And basically all I'm going to comment on is what has been testified before either the United States House or the United States Senate, or what administration or other political officials have been recorded as saying. So let's talk about that. Before the congressional committees, it's been testified to by numerous people that UFOs have been sighted, and they either had IR locks, radar locks, or on heads-up displays that were recorded. Actually, numerous UFOs with lots of recorded video evidence that's been presented and been out on the news and all of this. They've also had at least 3 people that I'm aware of testify that basically the military has a UFO retrieval program, and that they've retrieved UFOs and been retrieving UFOs for decades, and they didn't give the numbers, but supposedly they had non-human biologic entities that they had. A couple of them testified mostly it was dead aliens, but a couple also testified that they had aliens that had survived, for whatever that means. But others have testified that a lot of the technology that we're using today was reverse engineered from those crashes, especially, I guess, ones from the early crashes. And that apparently a couple of them have testified that we have some craft that are capable of flight. What all the parameters are, I don't know. And it was also testified to that that's where the stealth technology came from. And recently, on video, the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, stated that, quote, our nuclear facilities, both basically civilian and military, were being watched by non-humans. Well, if that's not disclosure, I'm not sure other than the president himself saying it, how close we can be to disclosure. I mean, we have video evidence. We have high-ranking military members and people of the intelligence community testifying to all these things. And then we don't have official disclosure. Well, my question is, how much of this has to go on before you officially disclose? You got the Secretary of State saying, yeah, we have non-humans, monitoring our nuclear activities. I'm going to say, well, if they're going to be monitoring ours, they must be monitoring other people's activity as well. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But what I will say, if the things that these people are saying are true, we're way overdue for the truth. The American people are not stupid. They're not that ignorant. Not anymore, I don't think. I think there's a time when you gotta be truthful. And just not saying anything or saying, well, this is classified, therefore we're not going to comment on it. Well, if it's classified, it's too late, all right? Because you've had too many people over too long a time saying too much, putting out too much in the way of videos, openly testifying before the U.S. House and U.S. Senate. I don't believe that many people would testify to that much in an in-depth way if it weren't true. That's number one. And number two, you can't keep this going for this long without, and have this many people testify. I don't think these people would want to go to prison for perjury, to the House and Senate. I just don't think so. And why over the years, going all the way back to Project Signal in the early 50s and then through Project Blue Book, and we've had several in the modern era of these programs that were dedicated to UFO study and identification and all these things. Why would all that have gone on for that length of time, if there was nothing to it, okay? There had to be something to it, and I think it's time for the truth. This has went on long enough. Let's stop the speculation. Let's stop the rumors. Let's stop everything and get this going in the right direction. That's the way we got to go. That's all I have for this video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.